let's do a nice little recap for the day. So say hello, YouTube. Subscribe to the fl0m Clips and Highlights channel. So we started the day with Nikita's absolutely dismantling Cole. Basically one of the best major performances ever. That was absolute heartbreak. Up some people's 3-0s right away. Listen, I did try to warn people without Halzerk, man. Losing your 1.25 rated Opper right before the major is, even if Junior and Junior actually had a nice round that was responsible for 2 of those. Not much to be had, but whatever. Then Heroic beat Chinggis, even though it got a little dicey at the start. BetBoom beat Namiga on Train, if I remember right. Yeah. I'll be honest, this is the most concerning thing right now for BetBoom, which we'll get into later. Bait pulled out the win versus Imperial. Holy my pick'ems were saved. It was way too close. Energy bodied Tyloo, which was very surprising, but as an NA fan, I was very happy to see. Lin Vision beat Legacy. I'm not too surprised there. Wildcard absolutely spat on Metasport, dude. This was a crazy performance. This was look at the kills on Metas, dude. I mean, that's brutal. That's absolutely brutal. So if you missed that, you didn't miss much. You could probably put that in a YouTube short. FlyQuest looking a lot better. Beat Fl0m, good for the 0-3. Heroic beat NRG. Was a tough watch as an NA fan, but also Heroic's pretty fucking good. Keeps my 3-0 alive. Bait, another close game versus OG, but they kind of faltered towards the end, but they got across the finish line. Now we got FlyQuest who beat BetBoom. This was a bit of a shocker, I think. It's just the names on BetBoom, bro. And Axel, I said it while I was watching this game, and I'll repeat it again. If he does not turn it around, they will cut him after the major. I don't think there's any world where he stays on this team. He just hasn't been good, dude. He's been, and I say this as a huge Axel defender for a long time. This dude has been struggling. I could very well see him just gone after the major. He's supposed to be the heavy hitter, and he's just not even he's just really having a hard time. Wildcard Lin Vision, absolute best game of the day. If you guys got access to VODs, whether it's with me or whoever, you should watch this. This was a great game. Absolute great game. Tons of fun. Some great moments in this one. Yeah, this is the best game of the day. I'm biased, but I think most people would agree. Complexity, pulled it out against fl0m. A little too close, but got it done. Legacy made me shit my pants because that was my 0-3, and Warriors handled it though. Namiga, Risky Bob, big 3K at the end to close out Imperial. And Tyloo just absolutely spat on Metasport again. Metasport looks like the worst team in this group, which is crazy. From what I got to watch Metasport, putting up 5 rounds when you played Tyloo Wildcard is kind of nuts. That's tough. So let's look at the matchups tomorrow. And I'll pull up my pick'ems if you guys have your pick'ems or whatever. We'll show those real quick. But tomorrow's matchups are Heroic FlyQuest for 3-0, Bait Wildcard for 3-0, BetBoom Legacy in the 1-1, Lin Vision Amiga in the 1-1, OG Tyloo, Energy Cole, and then the 0-3s are Warrior fl0m. If you copied my pick'ems, we are guaranteed 1 point from this right here. It's a little unfortunate that they played each other, but also getting 1 guaranteed point out of the 0-3s is something I kind of go for because I just feel like it's so hard to get both. In no world was I actually going to put Metasport as the 0-3. I might have put Imperial there, but I've overvalued that team all the time. So I don't think there's any world where I would have had these two. So I'm glad I picked both of these. And then for the 3-0s, I have Heroic and Bait. So we could talk about that real quick here. So I got Heroic Bait. So is my 3-0 in. Wildcard, if they beat Bait can fuck things up for me a little bit. That's where things get a little dicey. But if Bait wins, I'm in my God. BetBoom versus Legacy. So I have BetBoom going through Tyloo. Basically, my pick'ems are looking to be really great shape. But if I learned anything in the major, it gets really scary. So here you go. That's what it looks like. So we got Wildcard, BetBoom, Tyloo, OG, Cole, and Amiga advancing. That's what it looks like for me so far. And based on the matchups tomorrow, it looks quite good. If all goes well tomorrow, I could immediately have 5 points by tomorrow. However, it's the major. Both those 2-0 games could completely backfire. It just takes a little bit of momentum in those types of series at this stage. Heroic is the strongest team in this stage. Bait is still inexperienced as fuck, and they showed it today. You see how good they look, and then they start losing, and they just get real shaky. So, and Wildcard is the opposite of that, considering their last experience in the major. And so I think it's unlikely FlyQuest beats Heroic, but I do think Wildcard could beat Bait. Legacy, I think, should lose to BetBoom, but we're still in that BO1 territory. The BO1s are impossible to predict. Domestic matchup with Energy Cole, no fucking clue. And I already got my 0-3 guaranteed, and these two I don't have going through. So it's a pretty chill day for me. Hopefully these 3-0s come through, though.